Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers' Redskins going up against Smith's Lions. With that, let's head up to Detroit as we say hello to our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taking you the 13th. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They go play action here on first down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The All-Pro from 2015, Aaron Donald, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Lions will take over. Carry for Latavius Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Throwing, Hundley. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Now Hundley. And he's got Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Here we go. 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And here's the Redskin defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
Red zone opportunity. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Here's a run for the former Louisville Cardinal, Sonoris Perry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Xavier Rhodes is a cornerback who does not mind being physical. Whether he's covering passes or coming up in the run game, he's going to be there to make an impact.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle here to Coates. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He finds his man, Baldwin. And some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Doug Baldwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Fuller, 77 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline from them. How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they can do.
Pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
Turn right. Here we go. 1-9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw here. So a fantastic... This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37. A great job pulling that one in. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derek Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, it was second and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
His throw incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
319!
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Finds his target. It's Gates. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. gun. It's Rodgers. Caught by Gates, left side. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gates, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
On first down, Murray. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Hundley. It's brought in right side by Ginn. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Malik Collins, the rookie from Nebraska, able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Throwing, Hundley. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So on now is the 11-year man, John Ryan, to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
58.
Rodgers now on first down. Gates has it over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 18 on that one. And the Lions are going to have a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this one caught by Coates. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Brought in by Coates. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Antonio Gates with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to float this one deep, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now Perry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing, Hundley. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Perry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He finds Coates complete. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. So a costly penalty marker, and it's now 3rd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here we go!
Now Hundley. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Anderson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall. You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
This is Perry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Fuller, 78 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Rodgers. On the left side, this is Stills. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing now is Rodgers. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Slide. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. This is Coleman on the carry. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about...
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. On second down, here's Rodgers. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he is going to... And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than 1 big play to catch them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. time for a break. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go!
Now Hundley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. But we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here's Matt Darr now. He's been terrific so far. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.